Good morning, Senator. I want to talk to you about a report
Good morning.
In the Washington Post that says some of the resistance to putting more U.S. troops in Iraq, which the president has done, is actually coming from military leaders. You want to put even more troops into Iraq than this president. If the military is against it, that doesn't seem to make sense.
Well, what I want to do is degrade and destroy ISIL. The president's got two good goals. Push Assad out because she'll never fix Syria in the Mideast as long as he's in power. He slaughtered 200,000 people. Degrade and destroy ISIL. I'm dying to hear from our military leadership of how we degrade and destroy ISIL with the current strategy. So now would be a good time to call Ash Carter and our military leaders to the Capitol Hill and say, if you got a problem with what we're doing, let me know. But tell me how this is working, because if our military leadership thinks that we're on path to degrading and destroying ISIL, they need to be fired.
If you have suggested 10,000 more troops to act as advisors to the Iraqi army, you mentioned the Secretary of Defense, right, Ash Carter. Secretary of Defense, in some blunt remarks, said the Iraqi army is not really up to the task. This has been a repeated story. So why, if you add 10,000 advisors, are you not just sending, good after bad here?
Well, the surge did work. In 2011, we had security in Iraq, political progress. If you don't believe me, listen to President Obama in 2012. General Keane is the guy I've been listening to, who is the architect of the surge. If you had 10,000 Americans train and advise and assist at the battalion level, it would help the Iraqi army be tougher. If you had a couple of aviation battalions of American attack helicopters, you'd have a distinct advantage over ISIL in Syria, in Iraq. But you have to look at Syria and Iraq as one battle space. We're not doing that. We have no strategy to deal with the Iraqi safe havens in Syria. You cannot win this war from the air. Obama will go before Assad will go. So this whole policy toward degrading and destroying ISIL is a miserable failure. And when Secretary Clinton said that this country was well positioned to deal with the threats from ISIL, Iran, Russia, and China, she is absolutely delusional. We're in a bad position against all the threats we face because Barack Obama's been a weak and indecisive commander-in-chief, and she would be the third term of a failed presidency. We better do something different.
You mentioned the surge, but the surge, there were troops there in addition to the advisors. I want to ask you, in your announcement speech, you said that you would be a president where, you're speaking now to the military, where their sacrifices would not be wasted. Are you suggesting their sacrifices are being wasted now?
Absolutely. I'm suggesting that Barack Obama turned down sound military advice, and by not leaving 10,000 troops behind as advised in 2011, and the Iraqis would have accepted those troops, that he's wasted all the gains that we fought so hard for.
But
that Iraq and al-Qaeda had been defeated. They were on their knees, and his decision to withdraw completely from Iraq and not help the Free Syrian Army 3 years ago when we could has led to what you see here today, and I said it then, not just now.